Let us take few cases and we will try to learn that how to calculate the force applied by jet. So first case, this will be only helpful for the getting some knowledge that how to apply as the Newton's law and whatever formula we have derived, that how to use that formula for finding out the force by jet on plate, ball, any curved plate, etc. So first case I am taking that one stationary vertical plate is there and a jet is impacting normally on the plate. So say the cross section area of the jet is A and velocity of jet is V and plate is stationary. So as I had derived that formula for the force, suppose we want to find out the force in x direction, so we need to take the mass strike rate, that is rho AVR. Rho is the density of fluid and A is the cross section area of the jet, and this is the relative velocity of jet with respect to plate, and V1x is the initial velocity of jet when jet strikes on the plate, and V2x is the final velocity of the jet when jet leaving the plate. These both velocities are along the direction of force, in which direction we want to find out the force. This is important. So here relative velocity will be same as the velocity of jet because plate is fixed. So Vr will be V as plate is stationary, and initial velocity along the x direction is itself V, and because jet is impacting and gliding along the plate, so final velocity along x direction will be 0 because now after striking the velocity of stream took place along y axis. So the final when jet will leave the plate the x component of the velocity will be 0, so v2x will be 0. So by putting all this value here we are getting rho av v minus 0 rho av square. So this give us the force applied by jet in this vertical plate. So one more case we take, force applied by jet on stationary curved plate when strike at center. This is the stationary curved plate and jet is striking at the center normal direction, in radial direction. It is important. And suppose plate is symmetry, both side the plate is symmetry, and the jet is impacting normally. We'll say the velocity of jet is v, so jet will impact on the plate, and suppose plate is smooth, so the jet will glide along the plate, equally distribute on both sides, and at the tip the jet will leave the plate along the curve, along this tip angle of the curve. So say this is angle is theta. So jet will, this plate is fixed, jet will fall on the plate with velocity v, and it leave with velocity v. So the fourth equation is along x direction, rho a vr v1x, velocity in x direction initially means when it just strikes on the plate, v2x final velocity of the jet when it just leaving the plate. So here v are relative velocity of the jet with respect to plate is v because plate is fixed, and v1x is v, as we can see the initial velocity of jet along x direction, and final velocity because jet is leaving with v velocity along this tip, and suppose this angle is theta with the direction of force, so the component of velocity along the force will be v cos theta, and v2 cos theta This is the V2 cos theta, and V2 cos theta is negative x direction, so it will be minus V cos theta. So Fx will be rho a V into V1x is V and V2x is minus and one more minus plus V cos theta. So finally we are getting here Fx is equal to rho a, this we are taking out common, so rho a V square into 1 plus cos theta. So in this way easily we can find out the force applied by jet on the this curve plate. Let us see one more case. Force applied by jet on stationary curved plate when jet strike at one end tangentially. Now jet is striking tangentially at one end. This is the one end, two end of the plate is there. So jet is striking tangentially at one end. And suppose we have to find out the force in x direction. So for the no loss of energy, our condition is that we will apply jet tangentially. So suppose this tangential direction makes an angle with Fx, the x direction, that is alpha. It is also called tip angle. So this is our direction of the force, in which direction we have to find out force. So along the direction of force, this tangential direction make an angle alpha. So our equation for force in along x direction is, or say equation of force is rho a Vr into velocity along the direction of force initially when jet is just striking on the plate minus velocity along the direction of force when jet leaving to the plate. And here Vr is equal to V because jet is stationary. So relative velocity is V as the velocity of jet. So V1x is, so this is the velocity of V, and in x direction we have to find out the force in x direction, so we will calculate the velocity along x direction. So velocity in x direction will be, this is the velocity and this is the angle alpha, so V cos alpha is the initial velocity along x direction, V cos alpha, and V2x, and jet is gliding along the plate and leaving here. Suppose this angle is beta along the direction of force. The tangential angle at this end is beta along the force. So component of velocity along x direction will be V cos beta, but in this direction, negative x direction. So V2x will be minus V cos beta. V1x is equal to V cos alpha, V2x is equal to minus V cos beta. So Fx will be rho a V, rho is the density of fluid, A is the cross section area of the jet, Vr will be V because plate is fixed, and V1x is V cos alpha, and V2x is V cos minus V cos beta. So minus one more minus, it will be plus V cos beta. So this is the force along x direction. So just I am taking out V outside from bracket. So finally I am getting Fx is equal to rho a V square into cos alpha plus cos beta. So very easily we can find out the force. Only need simple concept of the subject. So again, if I want to find out the force along y direction, then Fy will be rho a Vr, this will be common for both, and here velocity along y direction, initial velocity along y direction minus final velocity along y direction. So V1y will be here, so V sin alpha, and here V sin beta. So this both are positive y direction. So V sin alpha, V2y is equal to V sin beta. So Fi will be rho a V into V1y will be V sin alpha and V sin beta. We will take it out, rho a V square sin alpha minus sin beta. So especially if alpha will be equal to beta, and then this equation will turn as 2 rho fx will be, suppose this is for force along x direction, force along y direction. So if alpha will be equal to beta, then this equation will be 2 rho a v square cos alpha, and this equation will be 0. Means if alpha and beta will be equal, then fi will be 0. So let us see one more case where jet is also plate is also having some velocity. So from learning point of view, one more case I am taking here. This is a curved plate, and plate is moving with velocity u. Suppose the direction of velocity is positive x direction. So as I have told you that in such case, when velocity of blade is there, then our purpose will be find out force along the direction of velocity. Then we can simply apply the force and velocity and can get the power applied by jet on the plate. So velocity u in this direction, so we will also find the force in this direction. So fx will be rho a vr into v1x minus v2x, and jet is striking normally. So here relative velocity of jet with respect to plate, this is the mass strike rate. So as I had told you that for mass strike rate we have to take always the relative velocity of jet with respect to plate. So in last cases the plate was stationary, so we were simply taking the velocity of jet as Vr, but here Vr will be v minus u. Jet is moving with v velocity and plate is moving in u velocity. So velocity of the relative velocity of the jet will be v minus u, because both are in same direction. So simple algebraic subtraction will give us the relative velocity of jet with respect to plate. So for Vr will be v minus u, and theta be the tip angle. Tip angle means jet is moving, plate is moving in this direction. So in this direction, this tangential direction at the tip make an angle theta. This is the tip angle. Suppose both side tip angle is same. So the initial velocity along x direction will be, we have to find out force in this direction. So initial and final both velocity we have to take in this direction for finding out force in this direction. v1x will be we will take here relative velocity of the initial relative velocity of the jet and final relative velocity of the jet, because absolute velocity, for finding out absolute velocity we need some extra effort that we will not do in this stage, because we need here some velocity triangle for finding out absolute velocity of the jet. So the velocity here can be taken initial relative velocity, final relative velocity, or may be taken initial absolute velocity, final absolute velocity of the jet. Both are okay. If for force calculation, if initial velocity of jet we are taking relative velocity with respect to plate, then final velocity will have to also take in relative velocity of the jet with respect to plate. If we are taking absolute velocity of jet as v1x, then v2x will have to also absolute velocity, initial absolute velocity, final absolute velocity in the direction of force. Or you may also take initial relative velocity and final relative velocity along the calculation of force. So here the relative velocity is more convenient to calculate. So simply the result will not affected if we take relative velocity v1x as a v2x relative velocity or absolute velocity. That I will show you. in next page or in next classes. So here I am taking initial relative velocity, that is V1 XR is equal to V minus U, where jet of velocity V and velocity of plate is U. So relative initial velocity along axis will be V minus U, and with the same relative velocity jet will glide along this curve of the plate and leave tangentially here V minus U. This is a leave with relative velocity. So the final relative velocity along x-axis will be V minus U cos theta. Theta is the tip angle. So initial V1 x is equal to V1 initial relative velocity of the jet with respect to plate along x-axis V minus U, and final V2 x is equal to final velocity of the relative velocity of the jet along x-axis. Jet is V minus U cos theta and it is negative. So minus V minus U cos theta. And I will put this both value here in this equation, and VR is V minus U. I am putting all this thing, combining 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will get rho A V minus U and V minus U plus V minus U cos theta, minus minus plus. This is plus. So finally V minus U will come out, and rho A V minus U square into 1 plus cos theta. So this will give us the force applied by jet on the plate when plate is moving in this direction, in x direction. Now our purpose is how much power is applied by jet on the plate. So force on the plate is along x-axis or in the direction of U is rho A V minus U square 1 plus cos theta. Now simply F into U. Force on the plate will be power of the plate will be force on the plate in direction of motion into velocity of plate, Fx into U. Rho A V minus U square 1 plus cos theta into U. So finally rho A U V minus U square into 1 plus cos theta. So in this way we can find out the power of the plate or power supplied by jet on the plate. Same thing, both are same thing. Words are alag, but thing is same. Power supplied by jet on the plate or power of plate, the meaning is same. So I would like to give you some important notes for making your special attention on those things. So 2 notes I would like to give you. Number 1, in force by jet equation, means force applied by jet. This is the equation of force applied by jet, Fx in x direction. Force applied by jet is equal to rho A VR. Rho is the density of the fluid coming out from jet, A is the cross section area of the jet, and VR is the relative velocity of jet with the plate into, and this is the initial velocity of the jet along x-axis along the direction of force minus final velocity of jet when jet is leaving the plate along the force calculation. So V1x and V2x can be taken absolute velocity or can be taken relative velocity of jet with respect to plate, whichever easily available or whichever easily we can calculate easily. There will be no effect on the result of force. This we can take relative velocity. If here we are taking relative velocity V1x, then V2x will have to also take relative velocity. If V1x we are taking absolute velocity, then V2x we will have to take absolute velocity. So no result will affected if we are following this. Both will be relative velocity or both will be absolute velocity. Whichever easily can be calculated, that we can take. In last case the relative velocity was easily calculated, can be easily calculated. So I have taken relative velocity. And now second important point is And second important point is the force on the plate is always found out in the direction of motion of plate, because we need to find out power of the plate. And what will be power? Power is equal to force in direction of motion into velocity of the plate. Force in the direction of motion of plate into velocity of plate. So V1x absolute or relative velocity of the jet at inlet of the plate, means when jet is striking on the plate, and V2x is the absolute velocity or relative velocity of the jet at the outlet of the plate, means when jet is leaving to the plate. It is always taken in direction of motion of plate. So V1x and V2x are always taken in the direction of motion of plate. So this example I have taken by calculating relative velocity. Last example, when plate is moving with u velocity and jet is striking normally on the plate, but because you don't know the calculation of relative velocity with the velocity triangle, so simple relative velocity you can find out when both things are moving in same direction. But here the relative velocity, the calculation of absolute velocity will be difficult. That we will see in next class. Here I have shown that here I have calculated the absolute velocity of jet initially and finally, and I have shown that the result is same whether we take relative velocity or absolute velocity. Last page we have solved same example with by taking relative velocity. Here I am calculating absolute velocity. So here simply you see that absolute velocity of the jet is V1x is V, that we have taken V minus u relative velocity in last page, and here I am calculating relative velocity V2x is equal to V minus u. Here relative velocity is, this is the absolute velocity, this much component is the absolute velocity of the jet. This you will not understand right now, so I will not explain it right now. We will discuss in next classes when I will make you understand the relative velocity concept. So let's stop here, and in next class we will see that what is the turbine, what is the efficiencies of turbine, and what is the hydraulic power plant, etc., and classification of turbine, and how to calculate the power applied by jet on the turbine, etc. We will see in next classes. Let us stop here.